Dear John is filmed before a live studio audience.
It's like I told Michael Jackson. Mikey, I don't care if they are your brothers. Dump them. Fixed his nose, couple of buckles, the rest is history.
You know Michael Jackson?
Ralphie, you know me. I do not like to brag, but you know, the moonwalk thing is mine.
Show him, Kirk.
No, can't do. It's a contractual thing.
Damn.
But if you like, I can tell you about when Springsteen and I used to hang around.
You know him, too?
Are you kidding me? I'm the one he calls the boss.
I don't usually care for rock music because there's something about that Bruce Springsteen, isn't there?
Oh, yes.
I think it's his butt.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. I was out the door when I got this phone call. It was from somebody I hadn't seen since I was a teenager. Anyway, I cut it short as best I could.
Not on our account.
No, it's okay. We agreed to meet later for dinner.
So, is this someone that you grew up with?
In a manner of speaking. So, what have I missed?
Anybody notice a certain something in the air?
What is that?
Aftershave, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's such a familiar scent.
Something tells me that this old acquaintance of John's may just be of the jiggle gender.
Listen, Kurt, this is none of your business.
It's canoe!
It's what?
it's canoe! Oh, when I was a teenager, it was the aphrodisiac of choice. Oh, God. I remember my junior prom. Bobby Fischoff was so drenched in this stuff that the backseat of my parents' car reeked of it for weeks. Did I say backseat?
Sure did.
Well, that's because Bobby always rode in the backseat.
Really?
Well, I would drive in the front seat, he would ride in the back seat. He would get car sick.
Poor baby.
He would ride all the way with his head sticking out the window.
You sure it wasn't your feet sticking out the window?
That's crazy, Kirk. How could she drive with her feet out the window?
Cruise control.
Now, John, maybe you'd like to tell us exactly why all of a sudden you smell like the boys' room at the sock hop.
All right. You've all obviously guessed that the person I'm meeting is a woman.
Oh,
And the reason I'm wearing this particular cologne is it just happens to be what I was wearing at the time we met. Okay?
Oh, well, so I guess it's safe to assume that this is an old flame?
Well, sort of. All right, look, if you really must know, it's the first woman that I ever, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I never know. You all always know. I don't ever see it.
please. She's the one who left his pony out of the barn.
Oh. Did you ever get it back?
No, Ralph. She's the woman to whom John surrendered his virginity.
This stuff is called canoe?
I remember my first time. It was a beautiful moonlit night, right? Early spring, sultry breeze. I'm walking in the park. I come across the classiest, most beautiful, most gorgeous woman I have ever seen. One thing leads to another. We head off to her apartment, and that is where I fired the shot heard around the world.
I remember my first time. It was at a tea dance in Hampstead Heath. Freddie Smythe Tarkington walked over to me, bowed just the way he'd been taught, and very politely asked if he could have the pleasure. So I went upstairs and gave it to him. What about you, Kate? Tell us about your first time.
I think she just did, remember? Little Miss Prom Queen grinding gears with backseat Bobby.
So, Ralph, why don't you tell us about your first experience?
Can I wait until our next meeting to talk about that?
Of course you can, dear.
I've got my work cut out for me this week.
John, you started all this. Tell us about your passage into manhood.
Well, you know, I can remember it like it was yesterday. It was the summer after I turned 15, and I was at this resort in the Catskills with my parents. I was at the pool one day, and I just done a great backflip, and I was laying out on the towel, and suddenly I hear this female voice saying, "Hello." So I look up in the sun, and there were these long, long legs. I mean, they went on forever. Somewhere at the top, somebody had built a beautiful girl. I mean, you can't imagine what she looked like.
Who can't? Her tawny, supple form straining the flimsy fabric of her French bikini.
Ralph, please. Well, anyway, as it turned out, Yvonne and I, you know, we kind of got to talking, and, well, we hit it off. So much so that she asked me to meet her at the golf course at 11 o'clock that night.
Sounds like a pretty good tee-off time.
Yeah, well, she brought along this bottle of Portuguese red wine. Boy, I tell you, between what she looked like in the moonlight and that wine, she was a fantasy come true. So, at 11:20 on the 5th fairway, I became a man.
And what about it do you remember best?
Trying to replace the divots.
You know, you'll never guess what I said to her when we were done.
What?
Gee whiz, you're some nifty lady.
John, was this her first time, too?
No, I don't think so, Ralph. She's a little older and a lot more experienced than I was.
And how long did you two maintain contact? Perhaps I should rephrase that.
No, it's okay. I don't know. She left the next morning, and I never saw or heard from her again.
So where are you two going tonight?
Oh, we're just gonna have a drink around the corner, and then I've got reservations for this little restaurant.
Which little restaurant?
Le Chardonnay.
Ooh, how
Okay.
romantic.
Yes.
Isn't that the restaurant over by the golf course?
No. No, Kirk, it's not by the golf course.
All dressed up, aftershave, romantic restaurant. Seems to me like you're trying to rekindle that old flame.
Yeah, well, what's so bad about trying to relive one of the most exciting experiences of my life?
I'd love to relive my first time. Took place on a submarine.
Really, dear? I didn't know that they allowed women in submarines.
Well, they don't as a rule, but the crew took a vote.
John, I don't think I can lose my virginity this week. Monday's my standing appointment with the dermatologist. Tuesday's my day to clean the turtle tank. I have my allergist on Wednesday. Thursday, I spend all day in the unemployment line. By Friday, I'm so exhausted, it's all I can do to make it to the meeting. What am I talking about? My life's so full. Who's got time for women?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, thanks for the talk, John. You're such a great listener.
Yeah, anytime, Ralph. I'll be right back. Well,
Hello.
you look terrific.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Now, how about me? Have I changed?
Well, that's hard to say. I've never met you before.
You mean you're not Yvonne?
No,
Then I'm making a complete fool of myself.
it would seem so.
Yes, well, I'm sorry. My mistake.
Well, that's all right.
Sorry. Doesn't mean you don't look great.
John,
Hi.
It's me, Yvonne.
Oh, yes, of course. Yvonne, I'd know you anywhere.
It is so good to see you.
Yeah.
Come, let's sit down.
Boy, you haven't changed a bit.
Well, I don't know about that, but thanks anyway.
So, what are you drinking?
Oh, well, actually, I don't have time for that. And about dinner, I'm afraid I have to cancel.
Oh, really? No. Oh, gee, that's too bad. Well, listen, I understand completely.
I haven't told you the reason yet.
The reasons? Hey, listen, we go back 30 years. Who needs reasons?
I'm supposed to go to Connecticut to visit my grandchildren.
Grandchildren? You have grandchildren?
I so rarely see them, I just couldn't say no.
Yes, well, of course, I understand you wanting to go up there. I mean, you probably never get enough time to play with them, and...
No, not since they went away to law school.
Law school. Well, listen, I'm really sorry this didn't work out. I mean, maybe when you're in town next time, we could try again. And hey, let's not let it be another 30 years, okay?
Oh, great. What about next Saturday?
This year?
A week from tomorrow, about 7 o'clock.
Well, sure, fine. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and John.
Yeah?
You know, I was thinking, instead of going to a restaurant, why don't we find some place that's a little more private?
Private?
You know, some place that's a little more intimate.
Intimate?
What about your apartment? Well, I can always bring that Portuguese red wine that you like so much. Remember?
Yes, of course, the Portuguese. How can I forget?
Next week, then.
Fine.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
How did it go with the old flame?
Yeah, you two go for that little bounce down memory lane?
Please, Kirk, it's none of our business. The man asked you a question.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you all, but there's really nothing to report. She had some last-minute family obligations and couldn't make the dinner at all.
She'd rather be with her family than the Lothario of the Lynx?
Well, she said she hadn't seen her grandchildren in a while, and...
Grandchildren?
Just how old is this woman?
Well, she's, well, what's the difference how old she is?
Well, let me ask you this, John. If the two of you went to the movies together, could one of you get in for half price?
Look, suffice it to say that when we first met, she was somewhat older than I thought she was, and she's even older now.
Oh. Oh, it's a good thing she had other plans, John. Sounds like you really dodged a bullet. Or should I say, musket ball.
Listen, I'm not sure that I've dodged anything. She wants to come to my apartment tomorrow night for dinner. I don't know what to do.
You can always make a nice salad.
No,
And
Ralph.
there's that delicious salmon you make.
No, Ralph, don't you understand? The problem is she's coming over tomorrow night. She's not interested in dinner. She's interested in me.
John, don't you think you might be jumping to conclusions?
She's coming to my apartment tomorrow night to have an intimate evening to make up for lost time. She's even bringing a bottle of our favorite wine.
Yep. Sounds like she's ready to do the back nine.
Come on, John, she's an older woman. And maybe she just needs someone to talk to, a shoulder to lean on.
A lap to sit on. A ear to nibble on.
A face to suck on.
Oh, all right, that's it. I'm canceling. I'm canceling.
Why, John?
Because she's looking for a romantic evening, and I'm just not interested.
Well, whatever happened to Gee Whiz? You're some nifty lady.
Yeah, you were interested a week ago.
Well, last week I still had this romantic fantasy from 30 years ago. But the reality is, there's nothing between Yvonne and me anymore. I mean, there's no chemistry.
And there was back then?
There was chemistry.
John, You told us that this woman came into your life at a very critical juncture. You were needy and insecure, and she did wonders for your self-esteem. Well, did it ever occur to you that she may have reached a point in her life where her self-esteem could use a little bolstering?
Louise is right. Now, what's wrong with giving her a little romance? You know, a nice bottle of wine, some soft music, a candlelit dinner?
Well, when you put it that way,
I don't know. For dessert, you could be expecting a heaping portion of John Jubilee.
Hey, wait a minute. You know, Kirk is right. I mean, if I set up a romantic evening, she's liable to expect that we're going to end up in bed together.
What would be wrong with that? Seems like she did something nice for you once.
Well, I mean, if you sleep with someone just to spare their feelings, don't you think they know it?
Not if you do it right.
Hubert. Yvonne, for you.
Do you greet everyone who comes to your door like this?
Yes, of course. Except for the newspaper boy. Wouldn't want the neighbors to get the wrong idea. May I take this?
Thank you.
Oh, I see you brought the wine.
Portuguese red, just like I told you.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
Would you mind if I open the wine now?
Oh, that would be nice.
Would you like to smell the cab?
Oh, excellent.
Thought so. So, did you have any trouble getting here?
No, I was lucky. I had an English-speaking cab driver.
Oh, good. So I guess he's working tonight, huh? Oh. So how was Connecticut?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yes, I always say Connecticut is my favorite section of New York. So what have you been doing with yourself all week?
Oh, everything. Plays, the museum.
Oh, did you catch that O'Keeffe exhibit at the Metropolitan?
Oh, it was wonderful. I could have spent the whole day there.
Yes, I know what you mean. I don't know which one of her paintings are my favorite. I guess, what with the cityscapes and the wonderful barns and those exquisite flowers.
John,
Yes.
what's going on?
What do you mean?
Your hand.
My hand?
What is it doing?
Doing?
Why is it there?
Isn't that what you came here for?
No.
You mean you didn't expect to sleep with me tonight?
Sleep with you. No.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, you don't have to laugh at me. Oh, come on. It's not such a crazy idea now. Look, I admit I'm not Paul Newman, but on the other hand, really is kind of funny, isn't it? It is funny. Oh, come on. It's not that funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm really very confused. I mean, if you didn't come here for that, then why the wine? Why my apartment?
Because I wanted to say something to you. I wanted to tell you how guilty I've been feeling all these years.
Guilty? Why?
Because I took advantage of you. You're a sensitive 15-year-old boy. I was lonely, and I used you to fill a need, and then I just vanished out of your life.
You mean to say that's what this is all about?
That's it. But I did realize one thing. I don't have to feel guilty anymore. because you have turned out to be such a terrific guy.
Hey, listen, let me tell you. I mean, you don't have to feel guilty anymore. I mean, I was a gawky, klutzy kid. And you were a dream come true, Yvonne.
Oh.
Well, now that we got that out of the way, I feel, a lot better. So, shall we? To us.
To us.
And the Portuguese red wine. Gee whiz, you're some nifty lady.
This Monday on the...
So you meet the woman of your dreams, but there's something about her that might be a problem. Mike Myers stars in the hilarious comedy So I Married an Axe Murderer, tonight at 8. You're watching Fox 29 again.